Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another broadcast. I wanted to give you guys an early Thanksgiving turkey, or more specifically, Brian Michael Bendis wanted to give you a Thanksgiving turkey. And that was Iron Man number 594. Guys, I picked this up today. I almost want to start doing a new kind of broadcast where I just do my live reaction as I'm reading the comic book, kind of how people do with the movie trailers, because it's impossible to duplicate my reaction the first time that I see some of these images and what's going on here. So for those of you who haven't been following Iron Man in Bendis' run, so as I pointed out in the last issue, the search for Tony Stark is gone. His body has disappeared. He was in this sort of, coma, and he was just being kept in a cryogenic sort of like Han Solo-ish, frozen in carbonite sort of stasis. And it just disappeared. And so RiRi Williams, Tony's mom, Amanda, and MJ are on the hunt of trying to figure out where the heck he is, along with AI Tony, obviously. He's around, in Friday. And so in this issue, 594, they enlist the help of Dr. Doom as the infamous Iron Man. And it immediately from the get-go, it's ridiculous. And in many ways now, even though I've been reviewing this since the start, I always hear Diversity in Comics sort of like voice for RiRi now every single time she kind of gets into this. So she starts off, she's like, "Hey, RiRi Williams here. I'm Ironheart. I'm a superhero. We've met. If you're getting this," oh my god, I can't even get through this. If you're getting this, then Victor Von Doom, we need your help. Tony Stark's body is missing. We don't know if he got up out of his coma and left, or was kidnapped, or what. But as crazy as this is, we need your combination of tech and sorcery to see if we can crack this. I'd go to Doctor Strange, but he isn't home. I'd go to Reed Richards, but he isn't around. So if you are really sincere about being one of the good guys, then get your butt in gear and help us find Tony Stark. And if, for some insane reason, it's you that has him, then fair warning, I'm coming. So, oh man, I don't even know where to begin with that. It's that sort of like millennial speak where they kind of speak to people in positions of authority, people that have actually accomplished things, as if they're on an equal playing field, where it's like, I'm a superhero, we've met. And it's just always funny. I encountered that quite a bit when I was in charge of, it was me and my boss, we were running this internship program. There was about like 75 interns per quarter at this nonprofit that I worked for. And this is an attitude that for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on with millennials, but they do that. There'd be these kids, and they're like college kids, and they would talk to people with like 25 years experience, like guys who graduated from West Point, and then they did like, 20, 25 years in the military, and then they were teaching at like, military colleges and like the history of war and stuff like that, and they would act like they're national security experts just like them. But anyway, so yeah, she needs Doom's help, and even though she needs Doom's help, if he's behind it, then she's going to take care of Doom. But that wasn't even really that funny. The part that got me the rest of this is, so we immediately start off, and if you've been following Bendis' run, he's turned this into the MJ and Amanda and RiRi show, and with Friday in the back, it's like the girl power. It's like, we're gonna do it. If you ever saw like Laverne and Shirley, or maybe like Golden Girls, where it's like they're just these like, yeah, powerful women, we're doing our thing, we're in charge. And so they come out, and at first I thought it was like some sort of evil Tony, the way that they drew him, because sometimes they draw Tony like this, but apparently his board, they're in they started like a hostile takeover. This is the beginning of this, and they hired this mutant hijack who could hijack any sort of technology and use that to his advantage. So he's a hired gun. He comes in, he starts, there's ICBMs, and maybe not ICBMs, but like, missiles that are going after RiRi, taking her out. She couldn't pick up it was Stark technology that he was using, and they had stealth technology. And AI Tony says, Tony's smarter than you because she couldn't pick it up, which is interesting. But anyway, so she's getting her butt kicked, and later on down the road, these aren't in. It looks like these are in order, but just I didn't put spaces in between them like I normally do. But anyway, so later on down the road, RiRi, she flies out of his range of his powers, essentially. And then she tells MJ to take him out. So even though he's still controlling, all of the aircraft and all the cars around, you didn't see those panels, MJ comes up to him like kind of seductively, and even though he's got a job to do and he's like apparently a professional, he's just like, oh, I'm such a fan. And then she maces him, which of course he loses control of everything. And then as he loses control, Tony's mom comes up. This like, I don't even know how old she is. We'll just say she's like, I don't know, 75 years old, something like that. Comes up and smacks this mutant who, is probably hired for like $5 million to like take out RiRi Williams. And and then he's just like, what the hell? She's swearing at him. And yeah, it's just these two women take out this mutant who could take control of Stark technology and, control like massive missiles that, nearly take out RiRi Williams. But they don't, of course. So these women saved the day. So that was hilarious. This whole scene right here. Tony's mom has been acting like this, like, for multiple issues now. It's like, I guess you're supposed to be like, that's the gene. Tony's got the gene, his mom's gene in him. Even though she was, I guess, I didn't even know this because I bounced out of Iron Man for quite a while when they did this like reboot of his origin or whatever, and he was adopted, or I don't even know what the heck's going on. I never even caught up with that because I just thought it was stupid. But, this lady is apparently, she was like a folk singer / rock star for a while, and also somehow a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Like, it's like every superhero's mom and dad, like a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, like, or related S.H.I.E.L.D.s. Like, Peter Parker's parents are like CIA. And now he's got that like sister who worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. if she is his sister. But anyway, so we continue with the hostile takeover. The board's meeting. Tony's mom walks in this like ridiculous outfit. And she's the hip 75-year-old woman that does yoga, and she's still rocking it, and she's got her little like cool hipster scarf or whatever the heck, and she opens this briefcase, and you're just like, what is it? And she like warns the guys it's a guitar, about how she got into scuffles with other rock stars in the day. And she immediately hits, like the evil guy who wants to take over Stark Enterprises, and just like bashes the guitar on the guy's arm and starts swinging it, and throws the entire meeting into disarray. And MJ's like, oh, I didn't even know she was going to do that. And she's just like, meeting adjourned, or like some sort of cheesy one-liner or something like that, like, this is rescheduled. And they all leave. Now, never mind the fact that they could just like call security on her and be like, dude, we're doing this. Like, arrest this lady. She just assaulted me. She has nothing to do with the company. Or they could be like, okay, let's do the work lunch. We're going to go down the street to like some sort of like high-end, French place or something like that. And we'll just do the vote there. We don't need to do it here with Psycho Lady or whatever. So she's got to win. She's held on to the company for a few days longer. This whole entire thing is ridiculous. The way that this has been set up, and I don't even know what's going on with MJ. When it first started, it wasn't even that bad, but this trio right here, it's just been embarrassing. It's like Bendis telling the world he's turned Iron Man. Oh, that's another thing. It's still called the Invincible Iron Man. And as I said in my previous review, he had to be dragged kicking and screaming to do the right thing and honor Stark's legacy. So it's like he doesn't really want to actually honor Stark's legacy. It's just him sort of doing what, you know, previously Axel Alonso told him to do because they were trying to backtrack. But that's not what he really wants to do. What he really wants to do is he wants it to be this kind of like girl power book. And, you know, if you want to do that, that's fine. But here's the deal. Don't call it the Invincible Iron Man. Call it, you know, the impressive... I don't even know what. It's not even impressive. I was just trying to make a joke. Something with RiRi Williams, you know. Whatever Ironheart, RiRi Williams, and the Fox Force 5 or Fox Force 3 or whatever you want to call them. Some sort of Quentin Tarantino, like, yeah, Lady Powers with the elderly lady. So, again, this is just an early Thanksgiving turkey, but a bad turkey for you guys. And I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how much longer the book is going to go now that Bendis is going to DC and CB has come in as the new editor-in-chief. I don't know what's going on with this, but note to CB, get rid of all this stuff. If you have an Iron Man book, have it be an Iron Man book. Don't RiRi Williams saying, you know, hey, I'm a superhero, we've met. This kind of thing, it's embarrassing. You know, maybe there's a way to do a RiRi Williams book, but this is not it. So that's about it, you guys. I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been tuning in. Thanks to my new subscribers. I actually received quite a few new subscribers as of late. So I think we're closing in on 6,000, something around there. I'm sorry, 5,000, which is pretty cool. And I also want to say thanks to all my Patreon members. I got a new one today. I think she goes by Sizzler Sister. I want to thank her for that. So, like I said before, everything goes into Doug prizes, goes back into the website, back into the community. I don't get anything. All the money that I've received so far, it's just been piling up in a, you know, Patreon bank account, and you know, I've been using my own money, so I still need to get out. There was a Doug prize, all the RiRi Williams books to a guy named Marcus. Just with the holidays and a wedding that I got to go to and all this kind of stuff, I haven't been able to put that package completely together for him, but I will do that soon. But again, thanks for everyone who's a Patreon member. Thanks for everyone in the Super Chats. All the subscribers, you guys are great. Have a very safe Thanksgiving in your travels, and I'll see you guys shortly. Thanks again. See you later.